All right, that's it for our first hour of Morning Call. Aaron and I will be back in our usual digs at the big board tomorrow, Squawk on the Street at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Here come the commish.
For those of you watching in Europe, the closing bell is next. Here in the U.S., the second hour of Morning Call starts right now. And welcome back to Morning Call. I'm Michelle Caruso Cabrera.
And I am. Hi there, Michelle. How are you? Happy New Year.
You too.
I am Dylan Radigan, filling in for Liz Clayman. The nation mourns the death of its 38th president today. U.S. stock exchanges, banks, government offices, all closed in honor of the passing of Gerald Ford. Services taking place at the nation's cathedral in Washington. We'll be bringing you live coverage of today's events and talk about President Ford's legacy. But we also want to tell you how to make 2007 your most profitable year yet. This hour, find out how to make big money in gaming stocks and the answers to the 7 biggest questions facing the auto industry. We'll also be taking your email questions on gaming stocks. Send them to 7407. That's 7407 at cnbc.com. But first, let's get to Margaret Brennan for a check on this hour's business headlines. Margaret.
Dylan, here are the latest headlines from cnbc.com. Nucor is buying news from cnbc.com, first in business worldwide. Dylan?
All right, thank you very much, Margaret. Michelle.
A memorial service honoring former President Gerald Ford currently underway at the National Cathedral in Washington. Among today's speakers are President Bush and, as you see there, former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger. CNBC's Hampton Pearson is on Capitol Hill. He's got more details of the proceedings today. Hampton.
Good morning, Michelle.
CNBC.
Well, economists are expecting the Labor Department to report slowing job growth for the month of December. The latest employment figures come out on Friday of this week. And would a weakening labor market, in fact, fed the act perhaps on monetary policy? Many folks believe they'll act this year one way or the other. We're going to ask CNBC senior economics reporter Steve Leisman what is ahead for the year at the Fed. There are folks forecasting 1 rate cut, 2 rate cuts, no rate cuts, 1 rate hike.
Among other things.
3 rate hikes.
Maybe, maybe a dance.
Yes.
Maybe a dance. But first, Dylan, some personnel changes are on tap for the Fed this year. But it remains to be seen if there are, as Dylan suggests, policy changes in the cards. Let's see who's in and who's out. Out as voting members. Cleveland. Some trimming could take place if inflation eases into the Fed's comfort zone. Dylan?
Of those variables, inflation expectations, job growth, which one right now do you think is the most determinative into the Fed's thinking as they look at rates?
In order for anything to happen, you will need to have inflation and inflation expectations under control. They've been going the right way. They're not in the comfort zone. I don't believe there will be a move if they are not on their way towards the comfort zone. That said, a sharp rise in the unemployment rate will certainly raise the pressure on the Fed to respond in some way.
Michelle?
Steve, stick around, right?
Sure.
Because we're going to have this continuing discussion here.
More
More now on the Fed outlook and the interest rates. What will be the Fed's first move in the new year? We wanted to bring on Mike England. He's principal director at Action Economics, because you just heard what Steve was talking about. Fed funds futures are pricing in a cut, but Mike says, a rate hike is likely the next move. Mike, good to see you. You heard that.
Stock market may be closed for business, but European traders are almost ready to call it a trading day.
Yep, so up next, the European market's off to a great start in 2007. We will go live to the London Stock Exchange, tell you how they are ringing in the new year.
Plus, a look at which stocks to place your bets on in the gaming sector. Send us your email questions, 7407. That's 7407 at cnbc.com. That is all coming up right here on Morning Call.
He knew who he was, and he didn't require consultants or gurus to change him. Moreover, the country knew who he was, and
Hey, these guys in the studio.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. Do want to take a closer look at what investors should expect in this new year. Here to discuss the outlook for 07, Guy Adami, one of my traders off of CNBC's Fast Money. And Mr. Adami, happy New Year to you, negotiator. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's start short and then we'll work our way out. The market's closed today. Does the delayed start of the trading week, 3-day week, coming off of a slow week last week, affect the trade ISM Wednesday, jobs number Friday?
I don't think it affects the way people are going to trade. I think this is going to be another slow week. ISM, I think people pretty much know things are going to come in soft. I don't think anybody's expecting a big surprise there. But I think the markets still look fantastic right now. So I'm encouraged by the way we closed the year, although Friday was a dicey day. I think the way we closed the year was great. I think we're going to start the year on a high note as well.
As a trader last fall. You proved yourself with a number of very good calls on fast money, and then more importantly, in your day job. What do you view as the most interesting trades for the first quarter of this year?
I think pharma this year is going to be interesting. The